Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome to Updated Ark Basics, a show where we break down the ins and outs, the ups and downs, the all-arounds of Ark. That's right, we're talking about the ABCs. The A, it stands for Ark, the B for Basics, the C, whatever you want it to be. If you're interested in seeing the original one, the link is up here. Hey, how's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Ark Basics. I'm Phlinger Phoo, and today we're going to be talking about one of my favorite dinos in the game. Not just for caving, which in my opinion, and this is strictly my opinion, a lot of people have different varying opinions on this, but I just want to cover that. It is my opinion. That the best caving dino in the game is, we're going to be talking about the Baryonyx. These guys, they are really good. And I would be doing a disservice if I didn't say a well-bred Baryonyx with a good saddle can tank a Mosa. And I have to say it exactly that way, and some people watching will actually know what I'm talking about. All right, so moving on. But, yeah, a well-bred imprinted Baryonyx. With a nice saddle, you can take these guys down. You can tame Basilosauruses from them. You can tank Mosas with them. You can take them in the caves, but in the underwater caves. But I would not recommend that. In my opinion, Basilosaurus is the best one on that one. But that's just because Cnidaria exist. And so, but yeah, when it comes to the above ground ones, unless it's the Cave of the Strong, then Baryonyx is it's my pick of the litter. That's the one I go to for caving adventures, because Baryonyx, these guys, they not only do they have a slim profile, they also raise you up off the ground quite considerably, so where things have a harder time hitting you in the saddle, and also they pack a mean punch. Plus, also, they have additional attacks for when you end up having to go inside the water, inside the caves, that allow you to do a lot of cool things. Plus, they also have an inherent ability to regenerate when you're feeding them fish. All right, so to start everything off, the Baryonyx saddle is, it's level 49. This is a below 50 tame. So, honestly, if you've got your eyes set on a Carno or a Sabertooth or something like that, set your eyes on a Baryonyx as well. They are very, very important. But unfortunately, at one point in time, they changed it so where their weight is a little bit bigger, so where Argents cannot pick them up. They used to be able to, but they cannot anymore, which is kind of unfortunate. But, yeah, these guys are wicked amazing. So let's go see if we can go find one. At level 49, let's see. For the shopping list on these guys, honestly, you're going to want to use a taming pin on these guys. You can tame them out in the wild, but when they run, they run. So if you're just at level 49 and you're just starting out, maybe level 42, something like that, I would recommend using a crossbow. Probably not a bow. You want to use a crossbow so you can get a lot of torpor in their face up front, quick and easy. So use your best crossbow, take it out with them. Make sure you have a little bit of narcotics, because these guys can use a little bit of narcotics. And then also, if you have a sickle, bring it with you, and we're going to explain why here in just a minute. Because these guys, when you tame them, you need prime fish meat, or you can use their kibble. All right, their kibble, it's actually just regular kibble. They're not super far up on the kibble chain, but if you do not have regular kibble, you're definitely going to want to use raw prime fish meat. If you use regular raw fish meat, you're going to tank the taming effectiveness, and you're kind of going to be full of regret when you're done. So either use raw prime fish meat or use kibble. It is what it is, but yeah, I'm going to show you how to get a bunch of raw prime fish meat while we're doing this, and it involves a sickle. All right, now when you're setting out to go tame a Baryonyx, you want to bring a mount with you. Mount is generally preferred, and if you're going to bring a ground mount, if you're going to use a taming pin like I'm going to show you here, I would generally pick one that can either jump or one that can run fast, either or. If you're going to take a flyer, Pteranodon is fine. That way there you can just aggro it and lure it into the taming pen without having to worry about it. I'm going to use a ground mount because I enjoy that better. But if you want to use a Pteranodon, have at it. It's really easy that way. It's really fun. Alright, now I think I saw one out here in the water. Now, when you're encountering a Baryonyx, you want to make sure you do not encounter them in the water. They actually get special attacks. They can and will. Yeah, there's one. Level 10. That'll be perfect for our demonstration. All right, and also I see a salmon right there, which is very helpful. Okay, so we're gonna head over this way. I've got a trap already set up over here. Now it's a pretty simple trap. It's a pretty simple trap. All it is doors with a ramp that comes up like this. Now, if you're having and it's got fence foundations. Now, if you snap the fence foundations or the doorways to the fence foundations, and you can't put the oh, wrong button. If you can't, you won't be able to put the stairs to it. But if you snap a couple pillars to it right here on vanilla settings, you'll definitely be able to put the ramps on it, and they'll just be able to come down like that. All right, so since we're going to be doing this on foot, and this is going to be very dangerous, I'm going to be leaving the saber-tooth up here just because. And the only reason I'm doing this is because I don't want to have to rely on the jump working, but I am going to have to take the Baryonyx. I'm going to have to lure him around the other side and then do it that way, because when I set it up, I had originally set this up for Carno taming up from there, and the ramp is right here. Hello. And then, so we've got that one down here. All right, so let's get this guy knocked out. Let's get him aggroed. Come here. All right, and this, I'm just going to start running right away. I want to lure him up like this. Oh, whoa! All right, all right, all right, all right, all right. Oh, and he knocked me out. Thank you! Appreciate it! All right, so now that he's in here, all we're going to do, start knocking her out. All right, she's already out. She's only level 10. All right, but now that she's out, all you want to do is just kind of just chill out, because her food goes down wicked fast. Right, notice this. It goes down faster than most other dinos. But also, her torpor is going to be going down at a pretty decent rate. So, what we're going to do with this is we're going to grab our handy-dandy sickle, and we're going to come out here with our crossbow and, oh, hold on, and our saber-tooth. Let me go grab him really quick. All right, now that we've got our saber-tooth, basically, I'm just using the saber-tooth for an extra stamina bar when I'm out here, to where I can swim all the way out here. I can come up, put a regular arrow inside of here, shoot a salmon, and then hack it apart with the sickle. Now, with the sickle and a salmon, you can get raw prime fish meat, which is very handy, especially for Baryonyxes. So if you go up, grab a couple more of you. Arrow back, another prime fish meat. Drown a little bit, which is fine. Right, and there we go. Now, it's not an exact science how much raw prime fish meat you'll get, but I got 8 out of that. So, out of 3 salmon, that's not bad. All right, here's another salmon over here. Let me go get this. I'm going to go get a couple of these, and then we're going to throw stuff on there. Also, you can get raw prime fish meat by eating megalodons, but yeah, at this stage, being if you find one on the edge of the water, go ahead, but yeah. And also, there's an otter right there. Awesome. There we go. We've got 9 of it. That should be good. All right, so let's get our butt back over there, and let's go throw this stuff on this guy. All right, now when you're loading up the meat on your Baryonyx, make sure you front load it. Starve them out a little bit. Make sure you have everything that you need before you put the meat on them, because when they're, like I said, their food goes down wicked fast, and they're gonna eat it really fast. So you need to make sure you have quite a bit in your inventory when you start chucking it on. All right, stick that on there. Notice it's going up wicked fast, and it's devouring that stuff. All right, so let's see. Let's take you. Let's get you out of here, and let's go grab a saddle. Actually, I'll bring a saddle back for you so where we can show you. Well, you know what? I actually have better Baryonyxes. I'm going to use a better Baryonyx for the rest of the demonstration. I'll be right back. All right, so crafting a Baryonyx saddle, it's actually pretty easy. It's just 350 fiber, 225 hide, 25 metal ingots. It's pretty easy, and especially at level 49, you generally should have that stuff. All right, so, but I'd like to introduce you to Big Bertha. This is one I've had for quite a while. Her and I have been through a lot. We've done a lot of caving stuff, and generally when it comes to, wrong button, when it comes to leveling her up, I've just been giving her quite a bit of health and quite a bit of melee damage, and that's it. That's really all I've leveled her up on, is health and melee damage. And she is kind of a powerhouse. I haven't bred her, anything like that. It's just, I believe she was 150 that I found out in the wild. But yeah, it's pretty impressive as to what this girl is, or what her and I have been through. All right, but one of the things these guys will do, their left-click attack is just a bite. And the right-click attack, well, when they're out here in the, out of the water, they don't have a right-click attack. They do have a C that will, it basically just does a roar. But their roar isn't that fierce. I mean, here, let me, yeah, really, they're just talking at this point. But yeah, their right-click attack, once you get out into the waters where you're actually swimming, it's a spin attack that will stun quite a bit of stuff, all the way up to the size of a Megalodon. So it's a lot of stuff that will get stunned. Anything bigger than a Megalodon, really, you're not going to be able to stun it. Like that Spino right there, yeah, you're not going to be able to stun that guy. At least I don't think you can. Yeah, let's lure him out in the water. This is a bit dangerous. Here, fight me in your own turf, man. Or go after a Pteranodon. Hey! Talking at you. Thank you. I'm out in the water. Yeah, see? It will not stun a Spino. But it will stun Megalodons. You're out of here. Alright, but the best part about these guys, when you're out in the water, they have a low buoyancy, which means that when you swim down in the water, if you're on, say, like a saber-tooth or something like that, and you jump up, they'll just shoot right to the top. On these guys, they'll stay right where you park them. So if you swim down in the water and you hop off them, they're just going to chill out right there. So it makes it really, really easy for you to tame Basilosauruses and such with these guys. I mean, really easy. So, yeah, because they will just stay right where you leave them. It's like we pop down here. Go like that. And it sticks. Pretty easy. All right. So now, let's get over to a cave, and let's go discuss probably the best part about Baryonyx in my mind. I mean, these guys, they have so much utility, so many uses, but the utility on these guys in the caves, it's really, really good. Because saber-tooths and direwolves, they can get into the caves. They can do it really well, actually. But a direwolf, you lack the ability to have a saddle, which means you don't have the armor. The saber-tooth, you lack the tankiness, but you do have a saddle. Saber-tooth and direwolves, they're kind of like glass cannons. All their DPS is up front. Baryonyx, when you get in there, these guys have the damage and the tankiness, and also they lift you way high up off the ground. So where Arthropleura have a hard time hitting you with their spit, which will destroy your armor. Even though when you do the caves, I do insist that you bring a little extra something to repair your armor. And don't wear anything. If you're going to ride a caving dino in there, don't ride something that requires like a smithy to repair. You want to be able to repair on the fly just because Arthropleura exist and are a bad thing. All right, and here we are. We're at probably one of my favorite caves for doing... taking in a Baryonyx. And this Baryonyx is honestly, their size is kind of their superpower, because you can just run through all of this stuff without having to worry about anything. Don't have to worry about getting stuck in the rocks. Don't have to worry about anything ramming you against a corner. And you really don't have to worry about much of anything. Baryonyx will just mean a nice leveled and imprinted Baryonyx especially will just take you right through all the nooks and crannies without having to worry about too much. The Arthropleura really aren't that big of a deal either. Oh, there goes my armor. And that's why you always bring stuff to repair your armor. I mean, it does still happen, so... But it makes it harder. And then... we take this off them. Throw that away. And then you'll see, as their food goes down, they also have kind of a really cool ability. Alright, but here we go. Come down. This spot right here has been notorious for holding up different dinos. I mean, it's not so big of a deal now that there are cryopods are a thing, but cryopods are also a lot higher level than the Baryonyx saddle. So, alright, let's get down here. And then once, one of the things with Baryonyx that they have is, say, alright, you see how her food is going down? If we put fish meat on her, she won't eat any of this stuff. But if we put fish meat on her, as long as she's eating fish and she has food, food stat that is drained, she is like super healing up. It heals up wicked fast. And Baryonyx, they just have like this innate regeneration, which is wicked cool. Alright, so that pretty much just about covers it for the Baryonyx. These guys are tanky, they're amazing. These guys, you can use them out in the ocean to tame all sorts of different things. You can use them in the caves. These are a very versatile and easy mount. But yeah, they're really good. Alright, so hey, I hope the video helped you out. If it did, make sure you click that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new around here, subscribe. And until next time, this is Phlinger Phoo, and take it easy, everybody. I just gotta get my butt out of this cave. Wrong turn. Alright, take it easy, everybody.